It's the saddest train guy ever.
Good day to you, sir. My name is Sherlock Holmes.
This is the sad
and this
drunk
is Dr. John Watson. We are investigating
alcoholic
the
that
case
is
of
train
the
conductor.
vanished train.
Is that so? Well, good day, gentlemen. I am Mr. Duff.
Mr. Duff is a very good name for this person. This looks like a Mr. Duff.
But there's not much that I can tell you about last night.
He
He
pretty
sounds
much almost
oddly jovial.
He's actually really low key considering he's talking to Sherlock goddamn Holmes.
I like that his hat says VR.
Oh man, this game is really on the nose sometimes. It is great.
Yeah.
We're just like, this guy looks really depressed. Melancholy
to the reigning
on his
monarch.
face.
He's getting a divorce and his jacket sucks. What else? What's the last detail that completes the
says no
picture of this
something.
sad man?
No.
No watch.
It appears that
Correct me if
Which
I'm
means-
wrong, but your life is a
flooding along the
disaster,
line.
yes?
You mean that the whole
How
bloody
did you
lake
know?
is
He had to be
free?
fired.
I just looked
Quite
at you.
so. But it is strange, because according to my map, there should be a quarry here, and behind that, the lake.
How should I know? I only arrived here a few months ago.
And where did you work before that?
I was working in Nottingham, but I asked for a quieter place, so they transferred me here. Life is cheaper. I can't really complain.
Sometimes life seems quite cheap.
Did any passengers
Quite cheap.
leave or board the train last night?
No. I saw no one
This
as
guy
usual.
sounds
I reported
distinctly
the train's
like
passage
if
by
I were to
telegraph.
ask Chris to
Just
act
the
like a
same as
depressed
all the
British
other
dude.
I didn't want to say it.
I don't think it sounds that much like
I
me.
observe that you are a gambling man, Mr. Duff.
Also, I can't do a British accent, so-
Small town.
Oh, that's the point.
But it was not
Oh, now I am sad.
I'm sorry.
Addiction to what?
Addiction to burned notes and insurance policy.
To horse racing.
We
Obviously, it's
found
to
a
horse
number of
racing.
Horse racing tickets inside your office. Well, well, we all have our weaknesses. An expensive obsession.
Also, he's pawned his
surely,
watch
for
and
a
his ring.
station master.
It is none of your business. I occasionally attend the races with my colleagues. And anyway, that's my private life.
There was a gentleman of Mexican origin, I believe, in the waiting room.
Quite right,
Did
your
you
private
notice
life.
him?
Now, I observe that your balls are
Mexican.
mostly hairless,
Here in the
except for a
back of your
long
arm.
string
You're quite
coming
sure
from the
about
left
that?
knot. Is that correct?
Goodbye, sir. It is obvious that we cannot inspect the quarry. Instead, we can check the beach area around the flooded lake. Watson, it seems that both South American companies were involved in the purchase of the mine.
But they're not South American, Sherlock. One is a Central American company.
Yes, Watson. We should certainly speak with him.
I'm
Chris,
smarter
Mexico
than
is
was.
Central American.
That's what I said.
Chile is South American.
Yeah, that's what I said. One of them was
Okay.
Central American.
Oh, okay. He said South. Okay, yeah, I get it. All right.
He said they were both
Mexico's
South American
North
countries.
American.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
see-
Central America does not exist as a geographical
Okay,
area.
yeah,
It's
I
just
see what you mean.
pejorative.
I like to play the ponies.
Ah, what?
Has
Something
well,
weird
how
happened
has
with the
has
water
any game
reflections.
developer had you record like voice acting for them yet, Chris?
No, I'm a terrible voice. No way.
Exactly.
I can barely get through an episode of Spoiler Warning.
Well, I guess we've investigated the beach of the quarry. Nothing seems to be clickable here, so that's cool. What else is going on here? I am rapidly getting lost.
Okay,
There's
let
so
me bring up
much
the walkthrough.
shit happening. Like, oh, the Mexicans and the Chileans now.
Yeah, I'm going to defeat my own interests here and bring up a walkthrough, because I recognize the
Okay,
need to
at
proceed
the
with the case.
station located between... No, wait, no, we're at the station. Okay. And it still has us going back to Doncaster, I guess. Wait, were we ever at Doncaster? Oh, this is Doncaster. Okay. Hey, we're in Doncaster! Hey, the person who watches our show from Doncaster, does this look like Doncaster to you? Do you have a flooded quarry next to a train track that Watson's standing on? Have you met this guy?
Yeah, have you gone to the beach yet?
Did he ever get better?
Josh thinks he went to the beach, yes. Josh thought that
Okay.
that little puddle was the beach. I don't know if that counts as the
Well,
beach.
that's where the fucking thing went on.
No,
the
like,
rails go
beach
off
is,
that direction.
Beach is like a specific location on your map.
No, I have not found that yet. I don't... Maybe? No, I have. Okay, I have. We can go there. I just want to make sure that we've looked through
Let's go to the beach.
everything here.
Railway
Shamrock
post
Chomes.
bags. This post bag belongs
Wasn't it
to the
Shamrock
station master.
Loams or something?
I don't want a shamrock shake and it's April. God damn it.
What's a Shamrock Shake?
Don't.
Is that an
I
Arby's thing?
No.
don't want to have this conversation right now.
Even we have it in Canada. Come on. If we have it, you gotta be with it. Because we're behind on everything, so.
Shamrock Shake is a mint chocolate chip seasonal milkshake offered by McDonald's. I want to say like
The
worldwide.
station master appears to have found himself
Probably.
in some
I've never heard of this
financial
before, and
trouble.
I eat at McDonald's at least semi-regularly, so...
And I think even like a lot of other places that serve like ice cream do like some sort of spin on it.
Oh man, this guy's life sucks. He got kicked out of his
Oh.
wife or girlfriend's house because he can't pay the mortgage.
So, the problem with knowing everything about everyone is that some people's lives are just really fucking depressing.
He did it. He stole the train to sell it and make back his gambling
jeez.
losses.
There's a lot of fucking things here right now. Doncaster Master received money.
And then tie that to the Doncaster
Oh,
Telegram.
was that evidence that he'd gotten money to pay back his debts? Okay, yeah, because the first one said he'd soon make the payment. Okay.
It was Shamrock Flomes.
Let's just click all of these.
Is that a
and see-
Simpsons thing?
I don't know.
No.
I just googled Shamrock Flomes and all I got were foam shamrocks.
Yeah, sounds about right.
There's a lot of different Simpsons.
You'll find nothing
Um,
interesting here,
God,
I'm
what is it?
afraid.
I said Shamrock event, but it's St. Patrick's Day. God, never
Yes.
mind. There's a lot of those. Next topic. I'll move on.
I was about to say that
Please,
in
sir,
Google's
we would ask
defense,
you not
if
to
I
leave.
were,
We have some questions.
if I theoretically
Are
were in a
you the
position
police?
where I were suddenly buying
No,
a
we
lot
are
of
employed by the
foam
railway
shamrocks
company.
online,
We are
the odds
collecting
that I would
witness
slur that out as
statements about the train
Shamrock
that disappeared last night.
Flomes are
Listen,
not
I'm in a
low.
hurry.
Really? It seemed that you were waiting here for someone. Could you tell us if you were at the station last
Don't
night?
sound too eager.
No, I just arrived from South
I almost
America.
fucking called him Shamrock,
A
Rudskarn.
formidable
Goddamn.
journey, no doubt.
Or
Which
Floam.
country
Don't
are
act
you
too
from?
eager, Sherlock. You'll
Chile.
tip him off to the fact that you're not working for the railway company because nobody is that excited about fucking investigating a missing train.
So this man is a
Oh.
Chilean, which means that the cigar could not have possibly been his, right?
Did we find out he was Chilean? I mean, he's
He just
holding a
said.
cigar right
Chile.
now. Martial arts.
He is from the Chile.
I don't... Okay. Ooh,
Well, the man does not, in fact, have the eye of a snake, so...
Chile. But you are
I
Mexican.
thought you were Mexican?
No, you're
Come
wrong.
on,
Why do you
Sherlock!
think I'm Mexican?
Because he's racist.
Because of your cigars.
See,
I don't know, I just looked at you and I visualized a sombrero. Is that
Those
that
cigars are the
racist?
Ricardo brand. From Mexico.
Yes.
It is quite
Yes, it is,
impossible to
Sherlock.
find them anywhere but there.
Pero not your business.
I mean, you just found one
I
here in
don't
in
suppose that you
I was gonna
Doncaster.
play the. I want
Business
like
brought you here.
in the
I
background
was
is
with my
is
fellow compañeros.
Watson taking a drag
Where
from
did
the
you
cigar
arrive
that he picked
yesterday?
up.
They were on that damn train. I will stay here and hope that the authorities find them, or their bodies. It's now my responsibility to repatriate them.
You gotta really respect this
can't
guy's
tell us
command
to do
of...
that.
This guy's
I'm
command
being
of
worked for.
English,
Would you tell me the
where
name
he
of the
speaks
company?
all English words
It's
except
not your concern.
random Spanish
And
words
what
that
is your
everyone
name?
knows.
Enough questions. Buenas tardes.
But
Can't tell if
no
he's
es
got a
asunto
good
tuyo.
Mexican
Not a very
accent or a
friendly
bad
man,
one.
And he is lying. He said that he just arrived, but we know that he has been here for several days.
Back off, Watson. Come on, back
That's
off.
a good question. I mean, if we
Fuck
assume
off.
that they contracted
Holmes, I
out
don't
to
understand.
a
Why do you
English
care so much about
studio
this
for
business with
recording
the
all of their
Miles?
voice acting, it's possible that it didn't make any financial sense for them as far as they were concerned to seek out like specifically one guy who had an authentic Mexican accent.
Yeah, and they're located in Ukraine, I think. So
Yeah.
it could potentially be difficult. I think
let me
we've
see.
explored everything here to a sufficient degree that we can probably leave and go to the beach now.
Goodbye, Doncaster. Goodbye, sad man.
I like how we've filled in that the lake overflowed. So is it going to turn out like they stole the train, took it to the quarry, then blasted the quarry's wall next to the lake so the quarry would flood?
Here we are at the beach.
Is the quarry what they were after?
Near the quarry and Doncaster
No,
station. It doesn't look like a
the
very
train
good
was
place to
presumably
rest.
what they were after.
Why would they want the
Hey,
train? I figure they just want to kill the other
Oh,
investors.
right. We haven't filled that in. There was some rich Australian Texan guy who was named...
Robin.
I don't remember what his first name was, but his last name was Robinson.
These phrases were made by carriage. Look,
And he had a prototype electricity generator on it that he had a bunch of exclusive sales contracts
distance between
to
the tracks is about 6 feet.
like he had an exclusive sales contract with 6 different companies, so clearly there was some fraud going
The
on.
vehicle would have been heavy.
That's right,
and
he
these
wasn't around
tracks are
last
quite
week.
deep.
No.
The vehicle would have been
Well,
heavy. The
stone.
vehicle pressed this stone into the ground. It would have been quite heavy.
Anyway,
I like
I'm
how
just
that's
excited
like
that we
2
finally
things
got...
that point out
These
that it was
traces are
heavy.
relatively
I'm just
fresh
excited that we finally
and
got
made
to
by
the
a
Sherlock and
large
Watson
truck
beach
loaded
episode.
with materials.
Oh,
The traces
yeah!
found at the disassembled shed near Evesham and at the lake were from the same vehicle.
Would Sherlock wear a Speedo?
I feel like Sherlock Holmes would not swim. I feel like if he did, he'd wear like a t-shirt and a pair of trunks.
The Speedo was invented in 1914, so no.
But if it existed, would he?
Yeah, bathing costumes in this era were like a onesie.
Yeah.
In fact, if he even...
I mean-
let me see.
In a sense, a Speedo is a onesie.
No.
One Piece.
I mean,
Absolutely
kinda.
not.
Oh my god, we're just like opening so
a
many
onesie
different
has
fucking...
to go all the way to the top. Somehow.
Maybe
Okay.
the mines were sabotaged. Like, pfft.
So the strap,
Well, now you just got
the
me
little,
picturing like a
strap
Borat thing.
Yeah, like that's a onesie, not like a Speedo. It has to go all
But-
the way up.
But I feel like if your only metric is it has to go all the way up, and Borat's thing counts as a onesie, but not a proper, like, I feel like we're stretching the definition here.
Well, I think that's up to us to decide. Who's to say otherwise? It's fashion. It's like, have you ever seen those videos of like the people going to Fashion Week and acting like they know what they're talking about, but everyone believes them?
I have not.
Oh, it's so funny. You should check it out sometime. You have people like literally make an outfit out of garbage and they're like, "Oh yes, this is the latest designer, blah blah blah." And they're like, "Really?" And they're like, "I think I saw one of their shows." And it's like they get invited into like Fashion Week. It's so crazy. That's basically me when it comes to like all the fashion videos I do. That's me. I have no idea what I'm doing or talking about, but I'm making them and somehow they're happening.
I feel like there was a
those videos.
shoe commercial that was done like that.
Shoe commercial?
Like, I think the... Does Payless Shoe Store still exist? I feel like it was one of theirs where
they just shut down.
I don't know. They're like...
Yeah, Payless is all the way out.
This place was abandoned fairly...
Literally like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I've seen like an advertisement where they got a bunch of fashion YouTubers out to an event
An abandoned gypsy caravan.
with some like fairly cheap shoes that they like played up as like being like really you know, like designer shoes and stuff, and then like revealed it at the end and like, oh, these are just like Payless shoes that are $60. And they, like, the name of the thing was some pun on the company name.
Observing the coastline and the
We replaced their shoes with Folgers crystals.
The lake's water level.
Let's see if they can tell the difference.
The lake has flooded the quarry.
Ow!
The
Ow!
dam was probably breached.
Ow!
Ow.
I'm visualizing what it would sound like if someone's trying to walk to the store wearing Folgers crystals on their feet.
In retrospect, does Folgers crystals even sound appealing? Like, do you really want your coffee to be in crystal format?
No, but here's
instant coffee
here's
is
the
not good.
thing. Here's the thing. It's not good, but I love
A
shitty
label with
coffee.
the name
I
Las
love
Zamas.
shitty coffee. Like, I drink just instant coffee every morning, and I used to use fresh ground coffee, and I would put it in a filter, and I'd pour like boiling water over it from a kettle. And then at some point, someone in my life got really, really into coffee, to the point where she had all this like hundreds of dollars worth of equipment. She's like, yeah, okay, so first I hand grind it. It's a good workout in the morning. And like, she went through all of this hassle for me to like make a cup of coffee, and I picked it up and I took one sip, and I was just like, I can't tell. I have no taste. It doesn't fucking matter. And it's ever since then I've just made whatever coffee is available, like, most expediently, and honestly, I don't think I've noticed the difference.
Do you guys see what I see here?
No,
Yes.
I'm not looking at.
No.
The water
Oh.
ends.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it's just...
Don't look too close at it, Josh. This is not a game about looking too closely at little
Oh, we must
details.
investigate it.
This is just like Annihilation. Something's not
Oh,
right
man, if
about
there was-
that
I don't
water.
understand.
That would
Why
be
do
a
you care so
cool
much about
Watson
this
game if you had to investigate something like that.
Oh, and you were like just tripping on opium the whole time?
Oh my god, let's make this game.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sherlock Holmes tries to solve a mystery that's way out of his depth while he's also completely blasted.
That's like every episode of House.
Bring it back.
Do you guys know that someone actually had to point out to me that, like, House is called House because it's a pun on Holmes?
I mean, they make it pretty explicit, especially at the end. Which,
I I never watched the show. I was vaguely aware that like he was inspired by Sherlock Holmes as a character, but like House Holmes never occurred to me.
That's also why Wilson's name is Wilson, so it's House and Wilson instead of Holmes and Watson.
Early Rillier.
My search should be focused
Oh, okay,
upon
we
the
just
name
can't open
Las
it.
Zafras.
Sherlock is not interested.
Do we know what that means?
Marks.
My
Las
search-
Zafras
It's a
is, I
Spanish
just looked it
word?
up, the forest.
Okay.
This looks like the buckle of a wrestling belt.
So then why don't we go
I got
to...
briefly excited. Ah, here we go.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So that had nothing to do with
That's
it.
the Mexican company.
Here it is.
No, okay, I guess not. What was the special transport? Oh, that was the big thing, the tracks that we saw coming in here, okay. So I feel like we're starting to kind of put stuff together now. At the Evesham station, there was that area where someone had dismantled the tool shed and taken all the spare train track and stuff. And they had a vehicle with tracks that matched the width of these ones. So clearly those were taken here.
Right.
And there was a barge.
Aha.
Did they take the train? They paid off Duff at Doncaster because he just received money, and took the train to the quarry. And okay, wait a minute. These are the Mexicans who are doing this, and the Chileans own the mine. Did the Chileans steal the train initially, take it to the mine, and then the Mexicans stole the train from them and blew up the mine, took it to the quarry, put it on a barge, and took it over to the beach, and then blew up the dam at the quarry so it would flood and cover the tracks of what they'd done, and then take the train apart and dismantle the private wagon and go off with it, and then leave the rest of the train at the bottom of the lake or whatever, so that nobody would find
I don't
it.
pretend to remember the exact order of events, but I'm willing to bet there's a more parsimonious explanation.
I would hope so, because this is still kind of fucking nuts right now. What do we got here? Examine the side railway branch that leads to the quarry at the station. Okay, so we're still on that. Maybe we need to go back to the Doncaster station now. And
Yeah, no, you need to go to the railways. You need to go to the railway switch, I think is what it was saying, right?
Is there one available? Oh, hey, Crime and Punishment.
I like how
The
Lawson
railway
gets
switch
out and then
here
immediately
is
takes
the one that
several
goes to the
steps
mines.
back. Yeah. Isn't that the one? Isn't that the one they wanted?
I don't think so.
Check your casebook again.
Leads to the quarry. No, the quarry is here.
Okay.
Oh, I know. It's back here. We just saw that and was like, oh, that must be where it is. No, it would be before the station. Here we go. Okay. Probably have people yelling at me in the comments for the past episode. Hey, what the fuck are you doing?
Take a look.
Would Watson also not just be really pissed
I
off
accidentally-
that Sherlock Holmes failed to notice something so blatantly stupid and wasted a bunch of time riding back and forth in a carriage?
Josh skipped over something
Oh,
critical.
that's what happened. Okay. No, I accidentally backed up a little bit and it popped up the fast travel menu. Okay. So this... God damn it. I'm trying to look at the tracks to see that they actually work. Okay, yeah. So, this is functional.
The rail is rusted and looks old, but the railway is still usable.
You know what I
this
wouldn't
is
want
the
to do?
greatest water slide ever. What would you not want to do?
Ride a train on railways that look old in 1890.
The railway ends
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, these were
That
built by
is
the
splendid.
Romans during the conquest of England. It's like, how are these old? It's olden times!